Good morning and welcome to episode 3 of Vlogmas. I'm laughing because some yarn just fell out of the shelf behind me. I pulled out a skein for a hat I'm knitting for my daughter because I need to wind it later, and then some of the yarn that I just shoved back in there fell out. Never mind. Welcome to episode 3 of Vlogmas. Today's going to be more of a kind of vlog style episode, I think. I'm starting to film this on Tuesday morning. I'm going to open my advent calendars. I've cast on with one of my advents, which I'm very pleased about. So I'm going to show you that, and I've got a lot to do today. So I'll take you with me and show you some of the stuff I do, the yarn related stuff I do. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you're new here, my name is Anniken. I design knitting patterns. I teach knitting workshops online and in person, and I sell yarn through my website YarnAddict.co.uk. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. If you caught episode 1 and 2 of Vlogmas, where I opened episode 1, I opened the first advent, and I talked about our plans for Advent, and I shared the 3 Advent patterns I have. So the 3 Advent patterns that I have designed. That was out last Sunday, and Tuesday, the day I'm filming this, I've actually just uploaded it, is Vlogmas episode 2, where I shared a afternoon out to Coteal House in Cornwall on Saturday, where we looked at their Christmas decorations and their Christmas garland, which is absolutely beautiful, and some more advents. And in this episode, I'm going to share the progress on my advent project, open some advents, and then share what we did on Sunday. We went to Buckland Abbey on Sunday. I have my workshop at the Knitting Hotel on Friday. Everyone's doing different things, so I need to print all the patterns. I printed a list of what everyone's doing, so I need to print all the patterns and start packing for that. I'm mainly printing patterns this morning, I think, while I'm doing other stuff. Then I'll pack everything this afternoon, I think. I need to wind loads of yarn today, so I've got 3 skeins I need to wind. This one is what is it? Monos Uruguay Allegria. I'm knitting a present for a friend in this color, because I have a pair in this color of what I'm knitting, which I'll talk about maybe later in this episode if I cast on, or next episode, we'll see. I have some hand warmers in this that I cast on, and she really liked them, so I decided I would knit her a pair for Christmas. So I need to wind that yarn and get that cast on this week. I need to have it ready for next week. It wouldn't take me that long to knit it if I just focus on it, but it's just getting the time to focus on it. And then I finished a hat for my husband, which I'll talk more about in the podcast on Thursday, so I'm not going to talk a lot about it now. But Simon suggested that I knit hats for my daughters to go in their Christmas stockings. That hat's actually going in Simon's Christmas stocking, even though he knows I've knitted it, and he tried it on when I finished it. But I said, you can't have it yet because it's going in your Christmas stocking, plus I need to talk about it on the podcast. So anyway, I was going to knit the hats for my daughters as a surprise. I'm a bit wary of knitting surprises for people. In fact, I did a video recently about knitting surprise gifts for people, so I'll link that at the end and below if I remember. But if not, you can find it on my website, on my YouTube channel. It was out a couple of weeks ago, sometime this month. No, sometime in November. We're in December now. So I basically sent them a choice of yarn to choose from, colours. I asked them, we spoke to them on Sunday, they both said yes, and then I sent them a choice of colours I thought they might like. So my oldest daughter's chosen this one, which is Monos Uruguay Fino in the morning colourway. These Monos yarns are all available on my website, by the way. I need to wind that. I need to make the lining for this crochet clutch bag, and I made in May, and a beaded one I've just finished knitting. I want to make the lining this afternoon. I have finally cast off my advent project using the Discreet Unicorn DK Sparkly DK Merino, whatever it's called, yarn. So day 1, day 2, And I did open day 3 in the last episode because it goes out today, which is 3rd of December. That's day 3. Last on for a pattern I did the base in black. I'm using it's not this color obviously, but you have to go on merino cotton, which is in my online shop, and I have it in black as well now. I don't knit with black very often, but bright colors really pop against the black, and I just love that, so I decided to go with black for this one. So I did the base. It's going to be a bag, and then I've done 3 rows of day 1, 3 rows of day 2, 3 rows of day 1, and I'm now on day 2 again. Yes, so I need to actually weigh them to see how much I've used. What row am I on? Let's just have a look. So I've got two and a bit more rows of day 2 to go, because I don't want to just I want to go through as many of the colors in this advent as I can, but I also don't want the bag to be like meters tall. So I'm going to just weigh it and see how much I've actually used. I was going to do this last night, but the dog was on my lap. I was trying to knit, and to reach my little tiny scales I keep downstairs, I would have had to move the dog. He's very cuddly at the moment. He never used to get on our lap at all when we first had him. Then he would get on occasionally, but it was very much when he wanted to get on for a cuddle, you know, whether it was convenient for you or not. And now he gets on my lap. Since I've been back from Norway, he's been getting on my lap every single day. Normally he would just get on maybe for a little bit in the evening occasionally, but now it's been every single day, sometimes at lunchtime, definitely in the afternoon, and all evening. Okay, so let's just check. I got my little tiny scale set. Let's just check how much of this I've actually used. So we'll do, because I've used color 1 twice. So I haven't even used half of it. I've used 13. I've got 13 grams left. So let's do the Discreet Unicorn day 4. I'm going to do day 4 and 5 because I just want to see how the color progresses so that I can make some decisions. And this will be out on day 7. So I'll do day 4 and 5 now. Yeah. Day 4. Oh, nice. So we're now going in a purple direction would be my guess. So that's a bit of blue and a bit of lilac. That's pretty. I really like that. Right, I'll pop that back in. And then let's do day 5 as well. Oh, definitely going in a purple direction. Isn't that pretty? So what I'm thinking is, if I use like half of each 20-gram mini skein, I can use the other half for something else. I do actually have another idea for another bag, not colour work. But if I use about half of each, I could use the other half for something else. So that's another thing I'm thinking. So that's the Discreet Unicorn, definitely going in a purple direction. So let's open Cool Woolings, which I'm not doing anything with yet. So just as a reminder, day 1, day 2, day 3. Day 4, I do really like these boxes, they're very cool. Oh, definitely going in. Oh, there was something else in there. This fell out, a little black tin. I didn't know that there were extras. So we're going a bit lighter. So yeah, it did say that this wouldn't necessarily be a fade, but that all the colours would go together. But so far, the last 3 days have definitely been a fade. So let's pop that back in there. So we've got like 3 pink days in a row, which is very pretty. And I love this little black tin. That's very cool, with all the packaging being black. Ooh, sorted heart-shaped stitch markers. Quite a few. Can you see that? In all different colours. How many are there? There are 1. There's pink, purple, blue, green, mint, red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of those. So that's very nice. I do like those. So let's put those in with that, because I need to photograph this for my social media as well. And then let's do 5 as well. Okay, so we're going to a little bit more of a neutral colour, like a peachy flush pink colour. So yeah, so far it's definitely a bit of a fade going on. So we'll see what happens after this, but I'm really liking it so far. So our plan is to do something with this in the new year, probably like a lace shawl or something, I think, because I only have 12 days, so it's be 240 grams. So I think that's about a nice amount for a shawl. So the last one is for the love of yarn. That's a spinning one. This is fibre. If you've been watching the other Vlogmas episodes, you will know that I was talking about having to ply the yarn that I spun over the summer. Well, I started plying it last night, so I'll show you that later, and I'm hoping to finish plying it tonight, and then I can start spinning this. I don't think I'm going to be able to spin 20 grams a day, because I tend to try and spin the singles quite thin. Guess I could try and spin it thicker, but because I like working with thin yarns, I would prefer to spin it thin. So what are we on? 4? Yes. I don't know what I've done with the other ones. Oh, they're in the bag here. Okay. I've been putting them in this bag, ready for spinning. So day 4. I'm trying to not rip this bag apart as I open them, because it is easier to keep it in here so I don't get the day smudged off. So yesterday was that colourway. Let's take it out. That colourway, and there's a little bit of some of those colours in here, a little bit darker bits in here, but this is much lighter. So we're definitely in a fade type situation. The first 2 days were like purple. So let's take that out, and then let's do day 5 as well. Opening these bags very carefully. Day 5. Oh, okay. Okay, a lot of oranges, some reds. Not sure I love this one. Okay, it is Wednesday afternoon. I have worked today, been to Pilates, walked the dog, had lunch, unpicked some knitting, which I'm going to show you now, and now I'm off to got some admin to do, and I'm off for a massage. So we have, but I can't remember where I was when I showed this yesterday, but I think I'd done 2 repeats of the first 2 colours. So I did 3 rounds of colour 1, 3 rounds of colour 2, 3 rounds of colour 1, 3 rounds of colour 2, and I started colour 3. And I didn't knit on this yesterday, so I think that was what I showed you when I filmed yesterday, because I haven't knitted on it since. And I worked out that if I wanted to get through all 24 colours, it would be way too big. So I don't want it to be too long. I want it to be about kind of around 30 centimeters, give or take a centimeter or 2. So to get through the 24 colours, so if I have 24 colours and I do 3 rows per colour, that would be about 24 centimeters. That may be a little bit too short. That would be like about that tall. If I did 4 rows per colour, that'd be 32 centimeters. So I don't know what to do. So originally I was going to take it down to at the end of the first 3 rows, and then I thought maybe I will do like another round, say it was like 4 rounds for the first colour, and then I thought maybe I'll do 3 rounds per colour, but that would make it 34 centimeters tall. Let me just see how tall this bag is, because that's quite a nice height. Okay, so that is 21 centimeters tall. and about the same wide. But this is going to be wider than that, I think. Yes, a little bit wider than that. So I think I'm going to leave it as it is with 3 rounds per colour, and if I feel at the end that it's a little bit too short, I can always just do some black rounds at the end, or I can repeat one of the colours. I'm also a little bit aware of the fact that if there's a lot of orange somewhere in the middle, that I may not want to include all of that, because orange is not my favourite colour. Oh, there's a lot of orange on this bag, and I love this bag. It is Friday morning, the 6th, yes, 6th of December, and I'm actually no longer ahead with my advent calendars because I filmed day 3, 4 and 5, I think it was 4 and 5 earlier in the week, and then I didn't film anything or open anything yesterday because I just didn't get around to it. I wasn't supposed to be here today. I was supposed to be teaching today, but sadly my workshop got cancelled because of illness, which, you know, happens. So I've got a bonus day in the office, which is quite good because it gives me a chance to catch up on a few things. And I thought I'd just tell you what I've been knitting, and then we'll do the advent calendars. If you watched the podcast on Thursday, you'll know that I cast on for a hat for my daughter. I finished my husband's hat, which I'll talk about in the podcast. I cast on this hat for my daughter. When I filmed the podcast, I was there, so I was nearly at the end of the crown shaping. I think I had like 1 round left. And since Thursday, I'm knitted from where that blue marker is. Hang on. Where that blue marker is to where that yellow marker is. Because these hats do have quite a long straight bit in the middle, and I have 136 stitches, I think, and I got a knit, I think it's 34 centimeters. I sat down yesterday, I knitted for half an hour, put a marker in, put a timer on my phone, knitted for half an hour. I didn't go like flat out as fast as I possibly can. I just knitted at a comfortable pace for half an hour, and then measured how much I've managed to knit in half an hour, and I've done 3 centimeters in half an hour. Then I worked out how much I've got left of this hat and when I need to finish it in order to have time to knit a second hat for my other daughter before Christmas. And obviously I built in a couple of days kind of extra. So I worked, if I want to finish this by like next Thursday, then I need to knit 5 centimeters a day. And yesterday I knitted 7 centimeters, so I am ahead of schedule. But I didn't work on my Advent project yesterday because I was up to date on all the colours and I hadn't opened day 6 yet. So I started there this morning, so that's what I've knitted this morning. So I'm already probably halfway to my daily goal, so that's good. So this is going to be my priority. I think I'm going to try and get like this 5 centimeters done on this fairly early in the day. I also have to cast on a project today, which is a present for a friend, which I need to finish by kind of middle of next week as well. So I need to probably also work out how much I need to knit on those a day. Let's look at the Discreet Unicorn Advent project. The black colour, hang on. The black colour is Yatagan Merino cotton in, I think it's Midnight, but it's black. And these are days 1 to 5. And I love how that's knitting up. I'm happier now. I'm doing fewer rounds. It means I'm only using a tiny amount of each 20 grams. I'm weighed the last couple, but I'm using less than 5 grams. So I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of it, but I do have to do something with the rest of it because I'm using such a tiny amount. But I'm very happy with how that's knitting up. So let's look at the colours so far. I'm actually going to take them out of my project bag and put them in a Ziploc bag, just because they're a bit easier to store. So the first couple of colours, I have 2 balls because I've done 3 rows of colour 1, 3 rows colour 2, 3 rows colour 1, 3 rows colour 2, and then I broke the yarn. And when I unravelled it, I unravelled the second lot of 3 rows. So I ended up with, that's basically 3 rows. So that was colour 1. Day 2, day 3, day 4, and day 5. So let's put these in here. But let's look at today's advents. Let's start with the Discreet Unicorn, because this is going out tomorrow. I'm going to open today and tomorrow, so Friday and Saturday. So if you have the Discreet Unicorn Advent and you haven't opened it yet for Friday and Saturday, this is a spoiler alert. So day 6. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, I love that. Isn't that pretty? So we got the same kind of lavender colour we had yesterday, and then going in a bit of pink. So rows are going in a pink direction, which I like. And then let's also do day 7. I'm assuming this is more pink. Oh, I thought it would be mainly pink. So it's more pink, but still a little bit of purple. What was it? Day 6 and day 7 of the Discreet Unicorn. So that's going to follow on from the lavender here. So I'm going to try and do day 6 today, day 7 tomorrow. I'll try and just do a colour a day now, I think, because there's only 3 rounds. It's not that long. I might time myself later and see how long that actually takes me. So let's look at what's it called? Cool Woolings. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So day 6, day 7, 8, day 6. So we had purple, 2 pinks, no, 3 pinks, and like a blush colour. Ooh, pretty. So we're going in a yellow direction. So that was yesterday's, and that's today. I didn't think this was going to be a fade, but it is definitely coming out as a fade at the moment. So I don't know, because this is obviously the 12-day one, so I don't know whether this is the first 12 days or the 24-day one. 7. We're going in a yellow direction. That's so bright. Proper highlighter yellow. That's very pretty. So let's see if I can just show you this. I'm just kind of like stacking it up in my box. Hang on, can you see? What's the first one? Very happy with that one. I do kind of regret not getting the 24-day one, but as it was a last minute thing, I think I was right in getting the 12-day one. For the love of yarn spinning, I haven't started spinning yet. My goal was to try to spin a little bit every day, but with my knitting commitments, I've decided to prioritize that. But I do want to start spinning this, maybe this weekend. Okay, so we are day 6, and let's also do day 7. So I'm just going to put the box away because it's quite big. I didn't like day 5 very much. There was quite a bit of orange in there. So I may take out some of the colours I don't like. Oh, this is pretty. So blue, white, red, white and blue, bit of pink, bit of purple. Very pretty colourway. Then day 7. Oh, this is really pretty. I love this. So a little bit similar to some of the colours we had early on, I think. Purple and pink with a bit of undyed in the middle there. But I really like that. I don't know whether it's, because I assume this might be like a fade, but I'm not sure if it is. And I do wonder whether it's worth not starting to spin it till towards the end, because then I can arrange the colours in the order I want it in. That is it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like this episode, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. I'll be back with the next Vlogmas episode on Tuesday. If you missed my podcast on Thursday or previous Vlogmas episodes, do go and check them out. They will be on my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.